So when your prospect utters those words, I want to think about it, it just breaks your heart as a salesperson or business person because you've worked on that deal. So here are a few things I think you can do that can try and enable you to engage with the prospect in the right way and find out whether this is just a not right now or not at all. So one great question I think you can ask that when a prospect says to you, I want to think about it, is to say, look, I totally understand that, Sally, and I appreciate you letting me know. Can I ask, what would you need to see in order to put your trust in me today to work with you? What you're doing in a question like that is just actually saying to them, I totally understand that you're needing some time to think about it. Let me ask you honestly, what's the barrier in between where we are and where you want to be? And just shut up. Let's just enable the prospect to talk and tell you what they're thinking about. Asking open questions like that, what would you need to see in order to be able to put your trust in me today, basically says to the prospect, tell me as it is, outright. I'd rather you do that than put me into the long grass, which is sometimes what I want to think about it means. Point number 2 is also trying to make sure that you understand from the prospect what it is that they're not sure about. So one of the things that you can maybe ask them is a question such as this. Appreciate you letting me know that, Sally. Can I ask what it is you'll be actually thinking about specifically that will help you make a decision here? Ask the prospect what's actually they're going to think about. What is it in your proposal or in the document that you sent them that actually they don't feel comfortable about? Ask them outright. At least if you ask them outright using the right type of tone, and again, the tone should be all very sensitive, very soft, very engaging, very humble, rather than what is it about me that you don't like. If you ask in the right way, you're going to hopefully get an answer, or at least get the prospect to tell you honestly how they feel. So the third thing about this is you don't want to then be at the end of the phone, waiting for the prospect to ring, sitting there looking at your desk thinking what's going to happen when. In sales, we always like to try and be in control of the process and situation. And so one of the things that you can ask your prospect is this. Look, I totally understand that you need some time to think about it, Sally. Tell me, if I don't hear from you within 5 days, what should I then do? What that then does is it asks the prospect, I'm going to give you this time that you need to think about it and consider what you're thinking, but actually after that, I'm then going to want you to tell me how I should approach it. Should I leave it? Should I wait for you to call me? Should I even be in a position where I try and arrange a date and time to call you back? Ideally, you want to be in a position where you can at least get to a point where you know that you're going to speak to that person at a set time. And another great way of looking at that is to say, look, I generally don't give up on opportunities. I'd rather hear if it's bad news or than good news. What should I do if I don't hear from you in 5 days' time? Or I'm not going to give up. I will keep calling. What's the best way to handle this from your perspective? The key thing is get them to understand that you're not going to give up, but you do want to know what's right for them and how to handle this opportunity in the best way. Doing that at least puts you in a bit of control, so you're not just sitting there waiting for the phone to ring when it's never really going to happen. And point number 4 is when you've been engaging with a prospect who's maybe you're not quite sure about, or maybe the blind signals or signs aren't there, or they're giving you a bit of the cold shoulder a lot of the time. If they say, and you manage to get hold of them, I want to think about it, maybe just ask them honestly, look, Sally, thanks for letting me know that. Can I be honest with you? Is this really a polite way of saying no thanks? And if it is, that's okay, but just let me know. It'd be good to know why we weren't the right solution for you. What that does is it gives the prospect a chance to then get out. If they feel that it's not right for them, then they can get out and tell you why, whether it was your price or your product or whatever it is you did. But if it is right for them, they can say, no, I still like the idea of working with you, but we just need to get these things resolved. Okay, great. How can we make that happen? So asking a direct question that enables the prospect to say no and maybe actually puts them in control is a great way of being able to get to where you want to be. You don't want to be sitting there waiting and hoping that this deal is going to go somewhere if it's not. So maybe have that honest conversation. Just be polite and engage and say, just be honest with me and tell me where you're really at. And you can hopefully get the answer that you want, whether it's good or bad news that can enable you to move forward. So there are my 4 tips on what to do when your prospect says, I want to think about it. It's frustrating in sales, and I always believe if you get to know the prospect early in the process, hopefully you can avoid this situation. But it happens, it's happened to me, I'm sure it's happened to you, and the key thing is how we deal with it and how we respond so that we then don't waste our time chasing an opportunity that's never going to go anywhere. I hope this has helped you and given you some understanding of what to do in that position. Practice your response, know what you're going to say, and you're going to be in a better position to make sure that if the prospect does say that, you can know how to respond and move the deal either back on track or accept it's not going to happen and move on to the next opportunity. My name is James White, the UK's leading prospect conversion expert. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it's helped you understand more about what to do when your prospect says, I want to think about it. Thanks for watching the video. If you love the channel and if you love what I offer in terms of value and help to get you getting better sales results, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you get access to my latest video content every single time I release a new video. If you could also share it with colleagues, friends, people you know that can get better at sales results, I'd love to help them too. But thanks for watching. Let me know your comments in the section below. I love hearing what you need to get better sales results. So if I can give you some advice and ideas on what you can do to stop losing business and winning more, I'd love to help you do that. My name's James White, UK's leading prospect conversion expert. Thanks for watching the video again. I look forward to sharing more video tips with you really soon.